They are running from pillar to post in Libreville, everywhere and every part of Gabon. And because of just one man, Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen, who is in a form of his life, is causing a whole lot of conversation in Libreville, the capital of Gabon, as we look forward to the playoff that would happen in a couple of days. The 13th of November 2025, and it will be in Rabat, Morocco, North Africa, and on the continent of Africa. Welcome to my channel once again. My name is AY Sugar, and I'm filled with ginger with this news coming from the camp of the Panthers of Gabon. What are they talking about? Osimhen has been in blistering form and is making our opponents, really fear. And I will give you that information coming from the coach of Gabon. What is he saying? When he released this 26-man squad for the game against Nigeria, he said something that, I have just picked up to look at and to also get what you think about this fear, the fear of Victor Osimhen. So the coach of Gabon, whose name is Thierry Mouyouma, has said that we are debating and studying a common strategy to stop Victor Osimhen in the World Cup playoff game because he is unpredictable. Unpredictability is one of the attributes of Victor Osimhen. You don't know. It could just be that calm game for him. It could just be that quiet game. And if you look at it, even in games for Galatasaray or the Super Eagles of Nigeria, you may not see him. But when it's time, he stands up, he stands out, and of course, he delivers what he needs to do, which is just goal scoring. So I go further. So Thierry Mouyouma, speaking after unveiling his 26-man squad to face the Super Eagles, said we have to defend as we wouldn't against just anyone. How do we actually defend against him? That's Osimhen now. This type of player can be unpredictable, but he also loves playing in behind. The ability to reduce the distances behind us is one way, but even if you solve this problem, he has another side to his game, set pieces and corner kicks. Yes, that's where the complexity lies. That's where the work of a coach becomes interesting, because we are going to dissect, debate, and agree on a common defensive strategy. Only Osimhen caused this wahala. Osimhen is causing them to have jitters. And if you see what he has been doing, even playing for Galatasaray, you see the pressing from Osimhen. I think this season, if I'm not mistaken, has been able to give Gala 2 or 3 goals. When he presses your defense, he's not going to give up. And this is 60, 70 minutes into a game, not 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So that's what Osimhen brings to the table for Nigeria. Even at the AFCON last time, he didn't score more than 1 goal, but he had a number of assists, I think about 3 assists. That's the kind of player we have, and I'm sure the coach is sincerely worried, and I'm worried for him as well. Okay, he said further on, that's where the complexity lies, blah, 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 blah. Then he now said the Nigerian team could stay further back. We need to be able to take the match into the opponent's half of the pitch. I think that's the solution to the problem today. That's Thierry Mouyouma, head coach of the Panthers of Gabon, really worried about Victor Osimhen. Osimhen is everything. If you see one of my videos that I would put up here, I talked about Osimhen and what Galatasaray, signed up, and the blessing, in quote, that they have got. And now he's making the tongues of European clubs, waggle. Their lips are now, everybody's now talking about him. But they saw him, in the summer, and they ignored him for one reason or the other. I thought it was more like, a plan, like a cooked up plan, by European clubs, especially English Premier League clubs. For one reason or the other, ignored this monster, and the monster is picking on them one after the other, and he's the top scorer in the Champions League as we speak. Deservedly, Osimhen has shown why 75 million euros spent on him by Galatasaray wasn't a waste. Last season, top scorer. This season, already leading the pack and showing Gala. Gala are performing very, very well in the Champions League and look good for the next round of Champions League. Well, what do you think? Is the coach, dramatic? mentioning Osimhen, or is he for real? And will Osimhen really cause havoc? We're not talking about Aubameyang again. Aubameyang of 10 years ago, yes. But the one we have now, experience, yes, but doesn't have the pace. Yes, can still finish if you give him the space. But Osimhen is the most talked about striker in the world right now, and he's a Nigerian, and that's a blessing for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. What do you think about this comment by the coach? I quickly would look forward to reading from you. Let's engage in the comment section. Comment, like, and share, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I remain AY Sugar. I'll see you in another video. Bye-bye.